Oriire funo, glad tidings to you. I pray that you are feeling awake, aware, and elevated in mind, body, and spirit, wherever you are, and whatever may be happening around you. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. I am Baba Umar, Oluranse Emese, voice of the MSA, member of the Isoro Traditional Council of Chiefs, Oluwo of the House of Umar, and Babalao of Ile-Ife Orisa. This Ile spiritual house, our website, and these video lessons are sanctioned by the Isoro Traditional Council of Chiefs in Ile-Ife, Nigeria. Oriire, abundant blessings to our Egbe, our online community of subscribers that's growing daily thanks to you. Thank you for joining us for another lesson in our video blog series. Remember, as a member of our Egbe, you can support each other's spiritual journey by posting your questions and uplifting comments in the comment section below. You can also email me directly from the link below if you wish to contact me on some personal matter. If you're new to these video lessons, we invite you to click the links below to become a subscriber, a member of our Egbe. Also click the notification button to stay up to date and to share this resource with your family, friends, associates, and anyone who you feel might benefit from this wisdom. Homage to the one who sends and to those who are sent. Homage to Orisa and Egun. Our topic on this video is the purpose of religion, part 3. In parts 1 and 2 of this series of posts, I stated that religion is defined as the belief in and worship of a supernatural or superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. I also stated that the purpose of all religions is to point the devotee in the direction of realizing the nature of this supernatural or superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods, and to understand how we are connected or bound to this god or gods. You might find it helpful to reread these earlier posts to recall some of the other things that were stated. I also stated in part 2, and I'm quoting, "We, you and I, are manifestations of that creative impulse, and all that has been created is created from, of, and within the Ashe, because there is nothing else, nothing exists outside the Ashe. Nothing is separate or apart from the Ashe. It is the all-pervading, all-inclusive realm of infinite possibility made manifest." It is this understanding that establishes the quantum realities of interrelatedness, interconnectedness, and interdependence that underlies Ifa, all indigenous spiritual traditions, and supported by most advanced scientific revelations on quantum physics. Every microbe, every insect, every plant, every tree, every four-legged, every two-legged, including we humans, are from and of the same material, Ashe, and of the same source, the Ashe or Oro, or what the science of today calls the field, the unified field, the matrix, or for some, the divine matrix. It should be clear then that in the historical evolution of the world's major religions, some very important understandings have been lost and, in some cases, intentionally left out of the religious texts and discussions. So let us use these ideas to draw a fine distinction between the notions of religion and spirituality. I often state that there are two important questions to which we seek answers. One is, what is the will of God? The second is, what is the will of God? No, I didn't misstate. And in the PDF copy, my video script for this lesson, you'll see that I typed those two questions differently. So let me use my voice to emphasize how the questions are typed differently. The first question, one, is, what is the will of God? The second is, what is the will of God? I would humbly suggest that the fine distinction between religion and spirituality is to be found in the essential information being sought by these two different questions. Same words, but the emphasis makes the questions different. The first question is asking about something that cannot be stated as a categorical truth. Since God is unknowable in any absolute sense, the will of God cannot be stated by anyone as though they have absolute knowledge of it. This first question, then, from my perspective, is the domain of religion. And the proof of my statement is evident by the fact that no religion or sacred text has presented such undeniable truth that every human being has accepted it as the truth, without coercion, compulsion, duress, oppression, enforcement, threats, intimidation, harassment, pressure, constraints, or arm twisting of any kind. In the realm of religion, the priests, the texts, and institutions reign supreme as the arbiters of all questions about the will of God. Hence, we are faced today with fervent religious arguments and conflicts, and have over the centuries murdered millions of humans in the name of religion. The second question, what is the will of God, is seeking information that is self-evident to everyone. The question is asking, what form does the will of God take? How has it manifested itself? What is the substance, the essence of it? What is its essential nature? The answer is evident and omnipresent. The answer manifests as a self-evident and undeniable truth. The answer is simple and profound, singular and dynamic. Question, what is the will of God? Answer, it is life. That's it. It is life. Whatever the nature of this creative impulse, this creative force, this source of all things, by whatever name you choose to call it, or in whatever form you perceive it, what thinking person can deny that the will of it is life? For without the acceptance of this fundamental truth, there would be no one to even ask the question. This second question is the domain of spirituality and the indigenous spiritual traditions. Hence we say in Ifa, Ifani ki isen. Ifa is not a religion. Ifani ba wowaiyeshishe. Ifa is how the universe works. Ifani iwati aiye. Ifa is the nature of the universe. This second question leads us to explore the interconnectedness, interrelatedness, and interdependence that pervades all creation. It is the cornerstone of human relations, the linchpin that binds us to Mother Earth, all of her elements, all of her natural forces, all of her children, and to the entire multiverse of creation. It is the cornerstone and fundament of our capacity for empathy, compassion, love, and unity. Life is the shared experience of everything, and no individual or religion can claim responsibility for its presence or existence, for it is existence itself. This is the wisdom of our ancestors. This is the message embedded in the sacred oracles of Ifa. This is what can be realized through the Ifa spiritual tradition of Orisa and ancestor worship. This is the understanding and wisdom that has guided and sustained indigenous peoples since the beginning of time. False histories have tried to obliterate this understanding, but life cannot and will not be denied. As science advances into new realms of understanding, it is coming face to face with the truth of what I am sharing here. It is this understanding and wisdom that speaks truth to power, that brings the high low and elevates the low to high. It is this understanding that can empower the people to reclaim the truth of who we are and our relationship to everything. It is this understanding that points out to us that we are not here to be controlled by governments and institutions, but rather to establish, organize, and control them for the purpose of the expansion and transformation of our own selves. It is this understanding that reminds us that we are spiritual beings that come into physical form to have selected experiences that will facilitate our growth and ascension into higher and higher expressions of our true potential. This is the life cycle in which we experience, learn, and grow. So what is the purpose of religion? It is to point us in the direction of self-inquiry that will remove the veil of delusion from our minds. Those who have institutionalized religion have co-opted it to further the social conditioning of disempowerment. But to our right side and to our left side, before us and behind us, above our heads and beneath our feet, is the evidence that we are the will of God. So we say, and Odu says, Awagege bi eniyan, awa ni Olo-Dumare yan, lati lotun ile ayese, eni ayaniwa. We as human beings, we are the God's elect, designated to renew the world. We are the chosen ones. And the presence of Creator is in every breath we take, in the stream of light that enters our eyes, in the smells that enter our nose, in the tastes that stimulate our tongues, in the sounds that enter our ears, in the microorganisms that thrive in and on our bodies, in the creepy crawlies that move across the ground, in the finned ones that traverse the rivers and oceans, in the winged ones that sail the sky, in the four-legged that stir the earth, in the plants, the trees, in the sun, moon, and stars, and in the profusion of universes that make up the multiverse of creation. We are part of all of that, and all of that is present in us. This is Olofi-dumare experiencing the realm of infinite possibility, and we are all a part of that process. This is the will of Olofi-dumare, manifest as life. We're all inextricably interwoven into the divine consciousness of the sentience that is the source and sustainer of all creation. We're all part of it, and one with the omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, and eternal oneness. But these are just words. The proof lies in your personal experiences and realizations, and in your personal witnessing. You must choose a path, seek out a way, and pursue the self-inquiry that will fill your heart with the absolute conviction that what we're sharing here is the truth. What is the will of God? Life. And you are an expression of God's will. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. J-Ray-B. May the unblemished cloth of Orunmila continue to clothe us in the wisdom of the here and the hereafter. G-E-Ray-B. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Ki Olo-dumare Orisha ate egun fifune ni itona imoye ati opo ire. May Olo-dumare Orisha and Egun bestow on you wisdom, guidance, and abundant blessings. Ifo Kanbale, peace of mind from Olo-dumare. Ajo Lo, Ajo Bo. We go out together, we return together. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.